Hello students, today I am going to start off with the next chapter, chapter 3, The Little Girl, from the textbook Beehive. It is written by Catherine Mansfield. She was a prominent writer from New Zealand. She was born and brought up in Wellington, New Zealand, and she wrote many short stories for children. Few of her famous short stories are The Doll's House and The Garden Party. Let's move on to the chapter. The protagonist of the story is the little girl Kezia. The theme of the story is the relationship between a father and his daughter. The setting of the story is Kezia's house, and the main characters are Kezia herself, Kezia's father, mother, and grandmother, and their neighbor Mr. MacDonald. The story is about a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to love and affection towards her father. Let's find out how. It shows that little girl Kezia was afraid of her father. Means for her, her father was a figure of fear. And every morning before going to work, whenever he would come into her room, he would give her a casual kiss. But she would feel relieved after her father left for his work, because her father's presence always made her uncomfortable. So we can say these lines tell us that Kezia was fearful of her father and she always tried to avoid him and remained away from him. In the evenings, when Kezia's father would return home after work, she would hear his loud voice, and this loud voice again made her afraid of him. Kezia's father, after coming back home, he would start ordering all different things. He would ask for the tea to be served in the drawing room, then he would ask for the newspaper, and he would also ask for his slippers. Even Kezia's mother would call out to her and ask her to remove her father's boots. And in order to make her obey, she would say that if she was a good girl, then surely she would obey her commands. Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. So again we see Kezia's fear for her father. That is why she would come down the stairs quietly and unwillingly. Slip down means coming downstairs quietly and unwillingly, because she did not want to face her father. So Kezia had such a terror of her father that in his presence, Kezia would always stutter. Stutter means stammer, when you are not able to speak. Haklana. So this was the condition of this poor little girl in front of her father. Whereas she never stuttered with other people. Why? Because she was always comfortable with them. Whereas she felt nervous in presence of her father. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. These lines tell us the feelings of Kezia, this little girl Kezia, for her father. Means she always thought that her father was like a giant, because his hands, his neck, and especially his mouth all were so huge, and whenever he yawned he looked like a giant. Now coming to para 4. In this para it is shown every Sunday during the afternoon, Kezia's grandmother sent her downstairs to the drawing room in order to spend time with her parents. So Kezia was supposed to behave in a nice and decent way in front of her parents, and they had a formal get together. So it tells us that the kind of atmosphere in their home was strict and disciplined, means the parents were not very friendly with the child. And whenever Kezia would go to her parents to meet them and have a nice talk with them, she always found them busy doing their own things. Her mother was always busy in reading, and her father was always busy in sleeping and snoring. So Kezia felt neglected. They did not want to talk, means they did not want to spend quality time with their child, with this little girl. So all the while Kezia's father was asleep, she would just sit on a stool and watch him carefully till the time he would wake up and stretch his body, and then he would ask the time and look at her. Kezia's father would compare Kezia to a little brown owl. He would say that Kezia was staring at him just like an owl. One day Kezia was not well. She had a cold, so she was supposed to stay at home. So her grandmother suggested that as she was at home and her father's birthday was approaching, she could make a birthday gift for him. That would be a surprise for her father. and she asked Kezia to make a pin cushion for him. And she also gave her a yellow colored fabric of silk to make that pin cushion. Here, laboriously word is used for a work which is done with lot of effort or difficulty. And double cotton means the little girl stitched 3 sides, double cotton stitching. So we can say that Kezia put in lot of effort to make that birthday gift, means that pin cushion. She used double cotton, means thread, and she stitched 3 sides of the cushion. But now the 4th side was left because she had to fill something. She had to put something inside it to give it a shape of a cushion. But she was not finding anything to fill the cushion with. So Kezia was confused at what should she use to fill the cushion. As her grandmother was out in the garden and she was just looking for something, she reached her mother's bedroom and she was looking for bits of paper or cloth to stuff into the cushion. Since Kezia was a small girl, she was a little girl, she was very young, and what to do? On the bed table she found a heap of sheets of paper. So she just gathered all the sheets, and then what she did, she tore them and stuffed those pieces of paper into the cushion. And after stuffing the cushion with those bits of paper, she stitched the 4th side, right, and prepared that birthday gift, and she wanted to give a surprise to her father. At this stage, many of you can relate to Kezia's act, because many children do such things unknowingly. They do not want to create any mischief, they do not intend to harm anyone, but they do so unknowingly. In the same way, Kezia was trying her best to surprise her father with that special birthday gift prepared by her, but actually it ended up in creating a lot of trouble, because Kezia had actually torn some important papers of her father. And after that, there was lot of hue and cry that night. Hue and cry means angry protest, means there was lot of shouting in the house because of Kezia's act. Kezia's father had prepared a speech for the port authority, means for a particular meeting, and he was unable to find it. Now, where was the speech? The speech had gone into tiny pieces, and Kezia, actually she was the one who stuffed those tiny pieces into the cushion. This poor little girl Kezia tore all those important speech papers of her father into tiny pieces, but she did it unknowingly. She was not aware of those important papers. Now the family searched for those papers everywhere. They asked the servants, but no one knew where the sheets of paper had gone. And finally, the mother reached Kezia's room. Now here we get to see that Kezia was an innocent girl and she did not intend to harm anyone. She was just preparing that birthday gift for her father. So very truly and honestly, she told her mother that she found some pieces of paper on the bedside table and she needed them to stuff into the cushion. So she tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed the cushion with those pieces of paper. Now after knowing this, Kezia's mother got so furious, means she got so angry, and she asked Kezia to come down into the dining room immediately. Kezia's father was full of tension and he was moving here and there because his important speech papers were lost now. And Kezia knew that she was going to be scolded very badly by her father. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that the child is put to bed this instant. By these lines, the writer wants to say Kezia's father referred pincushion as a damned thing because he was so angry at the cushion and Kezia's act, because Kezia had torn his important speech papers. In fact, he was so angry that he ordered his mother to go and bring that cushion downstairs and asked her to put Kezia to bed immediately. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Now here, Kezia wanted to justify her action as she was innocent and she did not intend or she did not mean to harm her father. And she was in the shadowed room. Here shadowed room means it was dark in her room and there was light outside her room. that was making shadows, and a sad little pattern indicates the sad atmosphere in the room. Now, father was going to punish her. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. "I'm going to beat you for this," he said. "Oh, no, no," she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. "Sit up," he ordered, "and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you." These lines tell that Kezia's father was so strict that he wanted to teach her a lesson. So he came into her room and asked her to take out or pull her hands out, and he came with a ruler. He ordered her to sit up and hold her hands out. It shows that Kezia's father was really harsh towards his daughter, and we come to know that he was so strict. Actually, he did not want to harm Kezia, but he at the same time he wanted to teach her a lesson, and he wanted to punish her. He wanted that Kezia should know that in future she should not touch anything that does not belong to her. Kezia tried to explain to her father that what she did was actually she did unknowingly, not intentionally. But her father had hit her small little palms with the ruler. Means she got the beating from her father. And many hours later, her grandmother wrapped her in a shawl and was trying to pacify her, means keep her calm. She made her sit in her lap on a rocking chair, and she was trying to put Kezia to sleep. And Kezia clung to her grandmother. Clung means to attach yourself to something. It shows that Kezia was really attached to her grandmother. Her grandmother was also feeling very bad when Kezia got the punishment for what she did. But Kezia was still not comfortable. She was crying and she said that God should not have made fathers. She hated her father. She was so innocent, she did not know what wrong she had done. She was just preparing a surprise gift for her father. She was heartbroken as she did not understand and said that God should not have made such fathers. You know, when small children are treated so badly, or they are being punished so harshly, or if they experience any such incident in their childhood, then it leaves a very bad impact on their mind. And it happened with Kezia also. After that incident, she started hating her father more. Kezia's grandmother was still trying to pacify her, and she gave her a handkerchief also. Grandmother was hoping that Kezia would forget about that punishment by the morning. But Kezia never forgot that punishment given by her father. And whenever she saw her father approaching, she would always keep her hands behind her back because she felt that maybe he would hit her again, and red color flew into her cheeks. Means whenever she saw her father, she got so scared that her cheeks would turn red. Kezia's neighbors, Mr. MacDonald and his family, lived next door. Mr. MacDonald had 5 children, and Kezia would peep at them through a hole in the fence. She would see that the family had a lot of fun. They played a game called tag. Tag is, it is a kind of children's game of catching one another, like we play catch and catch. So all the children along with their father would have a lot of fun. And Mr. MacDonald, he would make the little baby Mao sit on his shoulders, and the 2 little daughters, they would hang on to his coat pockets. So all the children were so much attached to their father. They loved him so much, and they would stick to him. And then they would run around the garden, around the flower beds, and they would laugh and laugh. They were a happy family. And Kezia also wanted to have such fun with her father, but she always missed it. One day she saw that the little sons of Mr. MacDonald opened the hose on him. They opened the water pipe and tried to make him wet. But Mr. MacDonald was not at all angry with them. He tried to catch them and he was laughing and playing. This was really very strange for Kezia because her father was just the opposite of Mr. MacDonald. She never saw this fun and happiness in her father. When she saw Mr. MacDonald and his family having fun together, she realized that Mr. MacDonald was quite opposite to her father, and she felt that God had made various kinds of fathers. Now one day, Kezia's mother fell ill, so she was taken to the hospital and the grandmother also went along with her. Now Kezia was all alone at home with the cook, Alice. Now Kezia was fine during the day, but at night, when the cook put Kezia to bed all alone, Kezia started feeling scared. Kezia said, "What will I do if I have a nightmare?" Here, nightmare means a bad dream. So Kezia asked Alice that if she had a bad dream, means nightmare, what would she do all alone? And Kezia also explained this to Alice that whenever she had nightmares, she would go to her grandmother and she would sleep with her. So she said that she could not stay all alone in the dark because she would be scared. She could hear different kinds of whispering sounds which made her feel that there was someone around her. But Alice tried to convince Kezia that her father was sleeping in the next room and told her to sleep quietly. She removed Kezia's socks and asked her not to scream because she wanted her not to scream and wake her father. But Kezia was feeling so helpless. After all, she was a little girl. Kezia would quite often see that nightmare, and that night also she saw the same nightmare in which she saw a butcher coming towards her. And this butcher had a big knife in his hands, a huge butcher's knife and a rope, and he would approach Kezia in that nightmare. And after seeing that butcher in that nightmare, Kezia would feel that she was unable to move. She was so much scared of him. She got so terrified to see that butcher. And in her sleep, Kezia cried out for help. She called for her grandmother. When Kezia woke up, she was shivering due to fear. She was trembling and she saw that her father was standing next to her bed and he was holding a candle in his hand. So Kezia's father had heard her screams and he had heard that Kezia was calling for her grandmother. So he came to her room. Now Kezia's father blew the candle off and lifted Kezia in his hands and carried her to his bedroom. So here we can see the affection of Kezia's father towards Kezia. Now Kezia's father lay her in his bed next to him and covered her with the top sheets. After seeing all this, Kezia felt her father's affection towards her for the first time. So she went close to him. She snuggled herself towards her father. Snuggled means comfortable position. And she held his shirt tightly so that she would not feel scared again. And now Kezia had overcome her fear of her father. Since Kezia was along with her father in his bedroom, she was no longer afraid of anything. Kezia's father asked her to rub her feet against his legs so that they became warm. Here we can see father's love, affection and caring nature for his daughter. Now Kezia realized her mistake and started loving her father. She felt that her father was a hard-working man. He was not so big as she found him to be earlier. And Kezia felt that her father's heart was also full of love for her. She realized that what she did means she had torn his important document of speech. So what she did was actually a mistake, and she realized her mistake. Whatever she did was actually wrong on her part. That's why her father had been so strict with her. Although Kezia's father was asleep, but he heard her sigh. He heard the sound that Kezia made, and he asked her what was the matter. Was she again watching a bad dream? To which she replied that she placed her head on his heart and she could hear his heartbeat. And she complimented her father that he had a big heart. So Kezia was showing her love for her father as she had realized that her father also loved her. Now she was happy and no more scared of her father. Moral of the story is, children should try to understand that sometimes their parents have to be strict with them just to make them understand what is right and wrong for them. But at the same time, parents should also show their love, affection and caring nature towards their children, and they should also try to develop a great bonding among themselves.